Hi, my name is TT.
And my name is Kiki.
And y'all better watch Lady J Montage.
Jay Jenkins, you're sick for this one, baby. What? Hey, come on. Lady J's Montage is a show to watch for the mom and the children and the pops, giving life to the community. In the community, there'll be more unity. Sit back, relax, take a look. Give me 28 minutes and you'll be hooked. Lady J's Montage. Lady J, what? Lady J, what? Lady J, huh? Lady J, what? Hey, hey, hey. Lady J's Montage is a show to watch for your mom and the children and the pops, giving life to the community. In the community, there'll be more unity. Sit back, relax, take a look. Give me 28 minutes and you'll be hooked. Lady J's Montage. Lady J, let's go!
Hello, my name is Mark Brown. I just got off the train here in Wilson, North Carolina. I just flew in from Rome, Italy, where I've been painting, and now I'm back in my home state painting things that are important to me, namely this barbershop. So, yeah, my uncle had a barbershop too, so it's kind of in the family. So many cool buildings. Kind of like even Rocky Mount downtown. I know people are always like, it's so sad that it's all disused. I agree, but it is.
Hi everybody, this is Lady J of Lady J's Montage, and I am with Escabana Henderson, the Executive Director for Kinetic Minds. How are you?
I'm doing good.
It's great to be in Goldsboro, G-Town. So I've heard so many great things about what you're doing for the youth in this community,
Right.
and I wanted to come here and get some information out so everybody can know what's going on.
All right, well, for our program, we're a 501c3 nonprofit. We serve kids in grades kindergarten through 8th grade. And we've been doing this since 2013. And we serve the kids whether they're public, charter, private, or homeschool. And with the kids, we offer them some after-school tutoring. We offer them some enrichment. We offer them some homework help. We do STEM clubs because with my science background in education as well as my science degree, as far as my background, we're trying to offer the kids some opportunities in terms of career choices to expand their horizons and help them to see things beyond, some things that they may have been offered during the regular school day that they may miss out on during the summer. So we really try to provide a benefit that enriches the lives of not only the kids but the families.
Okay, so you mentioned STEM.
Yes.
Can you tell us what STEM is? What do the letters stand for?
Well, for STEM, it stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Okay. And how does that benefit their education, knowing about STEM?
Well, given the job market as far as 21st century now, and they're talking about 21st century learners and the skills they need to acquire, the STEM offers them an opportunity at getting like a jump start in terms of on the academic side, in terms of courses that they may get into like chemistry, biology, computer science as far as coding, because we're doing a little bit of that too, and introducing them to that. But then it also expands their opportunities in terms of allowing them to see some career choices in terms of some of the fields that for the kids that I know we serve who are predominantly African American, 99%, it allows them to see what's out there because in the job market now, a lot of the stuff is going towards the STEM in terms of job choices, and I mean they're good paying jobs. It gives them opportunities to sit there and learn some skills, especially some soft skills, because you're talking about being able to do some public speaking, being able to learn in groups, cooperative learning. Soft skills in terms of things that employers look for now as far as kids that graduate, I shouldn't say kids, but students that graduate from high school. And it's really beneficial because every child may not be your quote unquote Einstein in the classroom as far as a top A or B student, but when we give them activities, project-based learning challenges that are in STEM, it allows them to shine in ways that allows them to use their critical thinking skills.
Okay, can you give me an example of a project-based activity?
Okay, one of the activities that we just had this previous program year was where the kids had opportunity to build catapults. And what they used were like these large tongue depressors. They used some of these little plastic ties, and they used some little Velcro, I guess you would say, little stitch or plastic. And what it was is and a little small cup, like a water bottle cap. And they were able to put that together. And also, oh yeah, I forgot, like a little paper binder, as far as one of those, like, you know, binders that you depress and close, kind of like a butterfly. I think it kind of reminds you like a butterfly binder. And it was an interesting project because what they had to do was follow the instructions. It was really for more or less like middle to upper high school. But the kids did a great job because once we gave them some directions and some guidance, they put them together. And they were able to test those catapults outside, and we actually launched them right here at the program. And the kids really enjoyed it and had fun. And what it was is that in terms of engineering, they had to be able to put it together and work together. And honestly, one of the groups amazed me. It was a group of girls that were working together, a pair. And I was waiting to have everybody put together on the second day. They had already completed the first day.
Wow, so it was engaging.
Right.
And it was their own.
Yes.
It was using analytical and critical thinking skills.
True.
So you get the whole gamut of everything in these projects.
Right.
And it will probably last in their memory for a long time.
Right, and that's true. And even one of the young ladies, she would have some challenges in school. And out of that same group where the girls put together, both of them, in essence, you know, they're decent students. But what I love is that with these project-based learning or these STEM challenges that are presented to the kids, it doesn't matter what your more or less your grade is in terms of school, because really, as far as that hands-on and that focus and that determination, that cooperation, and like you said, the analytical, the critical thinking skills, I mean, these kids are gifted in ways that sometimes are not going to be measured on the test. And it comes out in what they do as far as that product. And it really boosts their confidence in terms of showing them that, hey, I can succeed in different ways.
Yes. It gives some kind of hope, some kind of motivation.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
All right. So many great ideas as to how to reach children and how to get them involved. But I want to know a little bit about you. What is about education that you fell in love with or that you became connected with?
Well, actually, in terms of education, I didn't take a traditional path into it. Always growing up, I always wanted to be a veterinarian because I felt like, you know, being an animal doctor, as they say, I felt like that was my calling. And actually went to college at North Carolina A&T State University in Greensboro, and my major was animal science. So I was looking at going into pre-veterinary medicine, and with that degree, when I came out of school, I was looking at, you know, trying to look at the opportunity of getting into vet school here in North Carolina at NC State. And it didn't pan out per se as I expected. And so when me and my wife relocated here to Goldsboro, I worked some, I guess you would say, some temp jobs for a good while. And someone said something about the school system was hiring. And so with my degree, I went in, interviewed 2 times, and I got the job, and that was back in '98. And so I stayed in the classroom as a science teacher, a middle school science teacher, 15 and a half years before I left to do this full time, because the commitment is, you know, very demanding, but you know, is very rewarding at the same time. So for education, I guess I was tested and tried and thoroughly
Middle school
brought up yes, brought up through the educational ranks as a 7th grade science teacher. And for a long time I thought, 7th grade, what in the world? I must be crazy. Because I know the kids, it's one of those pivotal points in their life where they have their up and down moments, and there's a lot of transition at the middle school level, especially the social dynamic that goes with it. And to just be able to reach as many kids as I have, I count it a blessing because realistically, a lot of the kids that I hear from even now today, they let me know how, they love my classroom. And I think to myself, like, okay, you did, because, at the time,
didn't act like that.
Right.
I would never have known.
But it's good to know that you leave the kids better off than when they came to you, because being able to touch those young lives, it means something when you think about their opportunities now in terms of education and how you want to make sure that you reach the child. I mean, we can teach the curriculum all day long, we can, but if you don't reach that child and they're not invested in who you are, because if they believe you're invested in them, they'll be invested in what you want them to do.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's not, pun intended, rocket science. It's just, it's just.
That little science pun, I tell you.
I mean, I can't help myself. I can't help myself. But it's just, I look at it in terms of being a calling that just the way the Lord directed me. And that's how I got my start in education, which for us, as far as the after-school program that me and my wife both run, it was an idea that for a while we had, but then kind of put it in action in terms of 2012, in terms of getting started, taking some classes in terms of nonprofit and running a business, and we made some attempts to get some grants. It wasn't always successful at first, but you learn. A lot is gained in those failures because the effort and time you put into trying to get that grant the first time around, whatever it may have been, you learn some things so that the next go around you're better prepared.
It'll just make you stronger.
Yes, yes it does. Yes it does. And hey, the door may not have been that door, but it was this door. And so we did the grant for the 21st Century Community Learning Center programs through the state of North Carolina. It's a federally funded program. And in doing the grant the first time, we were actually blessed to get it. And we've been doing this for 5 years now, and so serving the community of Wayne County, of Goldsboro. And this is actually our second grant cycle. And
congratulations.
Thank you. I praise the Lord for it, because I know it's not an easy process. It's very competitive, and we're just thankful to be able to enrich the lives of the kids and the families that we touch here in Goldsboro, because we know that I consider a child, myself, even growing up, I didn't have that opportunity. I didn't have an opportunity to go to an after-school program to really hone my skills and improve in a way that was going to benefit me at school, or even allow me the opportunity to do some career exploration in STEM. I wish I had something like that back then, which, I don't know how that would have changed my trajectory as far as career path, but I know it probably gave me a little extra edge. So
it did.
Yeah.
As I walked in and I saw the children engaged with your enthusiastic teaching, your teacher was so into it, and they were so quiet and disciplined and structured. And as I looked around on the walls, and I will show you pictures of everything later. I was thoroughly impressed.
Thank you.
I like the mindset bulletin board. That, it has a negative comment, and it tells you how you can become better if you change your mindset.
That's correct.
Change your mindset.
It's all in your words. Is in terms of with children, you think about it's how you I guess, you look at being an educator, you end up being like a salesman. You have a product. That's your curriculum, that's your, you know, lessons that you have to sell to the kids. And sometimes you think about it, sometimes you know, you do a pretty good job, and sometimes you have to say, okay, back to the drawing board.
But I like that reflection piece, because that's important.
Right.
If you keep doing the same thing the same way with no results,
yes.
you're going to get the same results over and over and over.
Yes.
So you're open to changing, thinking about what you've done, and that's what I do when I'm teaching. I think about what I've done in between each class period, and then, oh, how can I make it better?
Yeah.
Or how can I make it so they can relate to it?
Right. That's always the challenge of being a classroom teacher. Because it's interesting, because one thing you do, you might hit a home run with one of the groups, and it's like, wow, that was great. And then you're so enthusiastic, you go in there, and it's like the next group, you're like, okay, what happened? You got a dud. You laid an egg. It's like, what happened? So it makes you really reflect, because I always thought about with the kids, I didn't want it to be the same old, same old. I wanted to teach the curriculum, but I was always looking for approaches that were going to enrich or benefit the learners that I had in my classroom, because I realized that I always didn't have kids that were the same. I had a kid, you know, some kids I could give them a multiple choice test. They would ace it every time. And then other kids, you know, I think about this one young man that I had that left an impression on me, and I remember his name to this day. He was a special needs student. He had a learning disability. And we were covering the human body. And so I came up with an activity where the kids were going to do their own model of a nerve cell. And in doing so, I gave them like some cotton and some toothpicks and some spiral noodles and marshmallows. And, you know, I said, okay, you're going to take all these different pieces and components, and I want you to design a neuron, a nerve cell. And that young man, when I use this word, when I say immaculate, I can say because I saved the little model. Nobody could touch what he did. Not our gifted kids, nobody. And I'm saying he took it, and it was so refined, and I say that too. It was so refined that you looked at it, it was like a piece of work. It was a Picasso. I mean, it was like, wow, this is nice.
Your inspiration.
And so for kids like that, it makes you think, okay, they may never benefit to the greatest level on a test, but he learned what I needed to teach him in a way or capacity that was able to reach him. And that's what you're, like you said about the lessons, that's what you're always thinking about. Because you realize that, hey, you keep that high standard, don't get me wrong. Yes, I want to maintain a high standard.
Yes, definitely.
But I want to also make sure that I am reaching every child the best way possible. Because I know I have kids with different learning capacities.
Exactly. Differentiation.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you hear any noise in the background, it's they're having classes outside, and they are so excited and enthused about what they're learning, you can't help it. So it kind of goes with what we're doing. It's an example of how great this facility is for children. And speaking of that, how do the children feel about the way that they're being taught? Because there might be some things that are a little different from the traditional classroom.
Well, for the kids, I think all in all, they're children. You know, you'll get some feedback like, oh gosh, and you know, all that. But the funny thing is that they're ready. They're prepared, and I think one of the things that I was reflecting on over the summer, and it was like a quote. I was saying this over and over to people, and I need to copyright it. But I was thinking about how with the children that we serve, the underserved populations, as they're often called, are often the most underestimated groups.
Yes.
And I say that because if you put something before them, sometimes, you know, as adults, you can think, oh, they're not going to know what they're doing, or they're not going to have a clue. Give them a little direction, and they shine.
They run with it.
They rise to the occasion. They end up doing things that you're like, wow, that is so awesome. And they take it, and they learn from it, and they build on that. I think about it, they use it as their frame of reference, so that, hey, next time I got a challenge, or next time I've got a project that I've got to handle, I can do this.
So they move beyond your expectations.
Yes.
Okay.
And when I say expectations, I say it in terms of, hey, this is brand new to them. And they do it.
Yeah.
They do it.
They accept the challenge.
They accept the challenge. Yes, they do.
Okay, stop.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is D-Train, DT3 Radio, Power 95, 3 to 7, Monday through Friday. Also, you can check me out on weekends. Shouts out to my weekend affiliate, Hot 97.9 Raleigh. I do 10 to 3 in Raleigh on the radio, too. Big shouts out. First off, big shouts out to Lady J for asking me to actually do this. So shouts out to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wants to make sure you guys, you know, stay grounded and definitely stay motivated with everything's going on with COVID-19, the pandemic. Like, it's crazy out here right now. So she wants to make sure that you guys stay motivated, stay inspired, and stay creative, and just stay, you know, just doing what you need to do till we can get past the pandemic and you guys can get back out here to doing your thing, or just stay focused on what you're actually doing right now, you know, because with what's happening right now in the world with the pandemic and everything, I know sometimes your hopes can be a little, and it seems like things are a little crazy, but, you know, you just got to kind of, you know, you got to ride it out. You know, when the pandemic hit, you know, everybody at the station was like, okay, what are we about to do? And, you know, everybody was a little, you know, you got a little shaky, you got a little nervous. But we came in, we pulled together as a team, put together a plan, and we were able to, you know, still be able to do what we do during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it's not about, don't panic. It's time to plan. You know, that's the thing that it's all about. You know what I mean? Just planning. But definitely, I just want to say, you know, just make sure you guys stay motivated, stay encouraged. Listen to your teachers, man. Like, listen to your teachers. Listen to your parents, man. I mean, I know you hear that all the time. You probably get tired of hearing it. Oh, man, how is it? But listen to your teachers. Listen to your parents. Trust me, all the advice and the words of wisdom that they're giving you right now and the support is going to come back later on. You know what I'm saying? I talk about my old teachers in the past all the time. I remember stuff that they told me, things that they gave me, knowledge they gave me, and I'm saying it and actually using it now, and it's kind of funny a little bit. But definitely respect your parents. Listen to your parents. They want what's best for you, you know, and definitely listen to your teachers, you know. I mean, because the teachers out here, I want y'all to remember this, and this is one thing that I had to remember. People that teach kids, they love and want to teach, because there's a lot of people that can't do that because they don't have the same love that other people have. That's why teachers are special, because these are people that say, I want to take somebody and teach them to do something that's going to help them and affect them for the rest of their life. It takes a special kind of person to do that, special kind of patience and person. So, you know, respect your teachers, man, because the advice and the wisdom and the words and everything they're giving you right now, trust me, it's going to come back again. It's going to come back again. It's what got me to doing what I was doing, what I'm doing right now. You know, a lot of things that I remember hearing and knowledge that I soaked up, you know, which got me excited about going to college, and then getting from college and getting out of college and getting into a career. Figuring out my career path. You know, I started in TV, ended up in radio, and radio was where I needed to be. And, you know, now I'm here, you know, and I'm still working. I'm still planning. I'm still working. I'm still trying to get to that next level, you know, and take it as far as I can take it. But it all starts with where you at right now. It all starts with planning. It all starts with listening, paying attention, respect. Like, it starts with a lot of those things, you know, and it's going to get dark. You have some dark areas that happen. I mean, even now, me to this day, I have obstacles that I hit a wall sometimes, and I got to figure out how to either go through that wall or around that wall or over that wall. So, you know, when it gets like that, just be like, yo, okay, things getting crazy. I need to put a plan together, you know. And like I said, you got great teachers out here that love you, support you, that they in here and they trying to help you get to that next level. They trying to help you reach your goals or see your goals so you can reach it. So make sure you listening to them, man, and showing them love, you know. I mean, like, hey, thank you. You know, tell your teacher thank you sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, thank you. That information you gave me today was dope. You know what I'm saying? So just, you know, you just gotta plan. You gotta go hard. It's gonna get tight. It's gonna get tough. You know what I mean? Like, but you just gotta, you gotta fight your way through it, man. Just fight your way through it. Be inspired. You know, find something that inspires you too. When it comes to your career, find something that inspires you and ignites you, because that's the things you're gonna be great at. That's something that you're gonna naturally be good at because it inspires you and it ignites you. You're gonna naturally be good at it. You know, don't do something because you see somebody else doing it. You know, find your own path, your own journey, your own lane, and it's going to work out for you, you know. And like I said, when things get dark, just sit down, figure it out, and be like, okay, things are getting hazy. Let me put a plan together. What's my plan? What can I do? Don't panic. Start to plan, you know. That's what you need to do. But like I said, it all starts with the respect in the classroom and the respect with your parents, man. And then just stay focused from that point on, you know. Just keep moving, keep doing your thing. Yeah, and also keep listening to your Powerhead station and rocking with your boy D-Train. I'm on your radio every afternoon, 3 to 7, Monday through Friday, DT3 Radio. And if you're in Raleigh on Saturdays, check out Hot 97.9. I'm on from 10 to 3. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me on them airwaves. I'm out here on social media. If you want to get on my social media page, everything's D-Train 3000, Facebook, D-Train 3000 on Instagram. Let me know. Send me a shout, and I'll try and shout you out on this radio. One time, shouts out to Lady J for holding things down and hitting us up, and always a big supporter of our station. But you guys stay focused. Hey, plan. Don't panic. Plan. I'ma holler at y'all.